3 myths about transgender people. Hi, my name is Annie Rose, and in this video I'm going to talk about the top 3 myths and misconceptions that the world has and the society talks about when it comes to transgender people. Misconception and myth number 1. People say that if you are transgender, you must be gay, which is not true. Now, don't get me wrong, there are many people who are gay and are my friends, and I love them a lot. But when it comes to someone who is transgender, he may be gay or he may not be gay. Let me explain. If you look at all the people who come out as trans, you will notice that there are many of them who are married, who are happily married and have children, and you will also see that there are many trans people who are not married, who are not with women, but rather they tend to have a male partner, which clearly shows that your sexual orientation, which is being gay, straight, or bisexual, has nothing to do with how you express yourself with your gender expression. So being trans is more about your gender expression rather than who you're attracted to. So next time if somebody says that trans people are just gay, just know that it's not true. It is absolutely not true. I can tell you from my own life experience, because I am trans and I do not identify as a homosexual person. I have been in relationships with men, I have been in relationship with women as well, and I know that I probably tend to fall somewhere in the category of bisexual people, because I have an attraction towards more than one sex or more than one gender. So I definitely cannot be gay. So that's myth number 1. Myth number 2, and this is a big one. If you are transgender, you should be on hormones. Or in another way, if you are not taking hormones, you are not really transgender, which is again not true. I have known that I am trans and I want to express myself as a girl for the last 20 plus years. From the day I first knew about myself. And in the last 20 years, I have never, even for a single moment, felt the need to go on hormones. Now, a lot of people take hormones. A lot of people who come under the transgender umbrella decide to go on hormones because they love to express themselves as a female and they want to live life as a female, which may or may not be the case for everyone who identifies as transgender. So transgender doesn't mean that you have to go on hormones. If you are on hormones, great, we love you. You're probably going to transform into a very beautiful female, but that doesn't mean that everybody should follow the same route. So if somebody says that only taking hormones makes you trans, just know that it's not true. Myth number 3, and this is a really silly one, but I see it a lot, in the LGBT community, or people, to talk about it. Being trans is a choice, which is not true. Because if being trans was a choice, trust me, I would not have become trans at all. I suffered for 20 plus years. If I knew that this is what's going to happen in the next 20 years, I would have decided long ago, let's not be trans, let's be cis, let's somehow delete this thing from my life. But it definitely did not, it surely didn't happen that way, right? And if you go and talk to any transgender person, they will also tell you the same thing, that they never really had a choice to pick being trans or not being trans. On the other hand, if you ask me today, if I had a choice, if I really had a choice to decide whether I want to be a transgender person or not be a transgender person, I would always choose to be trans. because in my experience of life, in my opinion, being trans has been the biggest gift of my life, and I will not change it for anything else. But if someone comes and tells me that, you know what, you have a choice, you can change it, you know, that person is really ignorant, and I would probably stay away from such people. So the top 3 myths about transgender people are not always gay. They can be, they cannot, may not be. Myth number 2, being trans means you have to go on hormones. Again, not true. I have not taken any hormones, and I know a lot of people who are also not taking any hormones. And the last thing, and the last myth, is that being trans is a choice, which I'm sure is the biggest myth that you can come across. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If there is any other question that you have in mind about cross-dressing, about being gender fluid, about cross-dressing in general, or being trans in general, please let me know in the comment box, and I would love to make a video on that. So with that, this is me, Annie Rose, signing off from this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. I love you.